in the jungle. They needed to pick up something like the in picks from these two teams. The X factor I'm looking at here would be the mid laner picks. Lilia, Farsa. How well can they position, and how well will they be able to maximize their abilities?
And as always, Aqua just so good at controlling that mid lane.
Right.
One of the most underrated.
They're on the pillar in
Way
the
up
middle
here.
and the left.
Already.
You see it there looming over everyone else.
Wow, this is beautiful. Look at that. We have our first ticket to M4. Now we're about to see who's going to get in the grand finals, plus another ticket as well. It's game number 1. This is the lower bracket finals. Echo versus RSG.
And RSG, once more, have a lot of comfort picks on their sides. I think they actually got everything they wanted in that draft and more. Considering that we do see also comfort on the other side, but Benecutie is picking up the nerfed Beatrix, which we have seen some players struggle with, although it does have its wins.
Yes.
Just few and far in between.
Yeah, it's not impossible. It's not, but it's also not the same Beatrix that we know. Go to the back line, shotgun, delete, that's been fixed. Even better positioning is required of Beatrix players, but I'm sure the Storm can handle that.
Yeah, speaking of positioning, Yaoi's been doing a lot of vision and also placements. Early game power spike as a Cho.
The Storm is going to have to brew so much. And it's going to be up to the rest of Echo around the mid lane. Yaoi, Sanji, and the rotations here from Carl TZ to keep this game in control until they can unleash it.
Yeah, and there's, you see Yaoi already providing info for the members of Echo, so Benecutie will be safe for a little while longer there. Another big question is when at which point will the roamers and the respective teams help their own gold laners? Claude is someone that you can't just allow to farm alone. Beatrix, of course, is just someone you can't farm. You can't allow to farm so easily.
Yeah, it totally makes sense. On what games we saw today, it's always the mid lane who always aids the gold lane, especially if you're a Claude. But the other side of the Echo, we can expect Sanji to double more time to aid a Benecutie to get all the items and also with the pacing.
Well, you were asking for Rome. That's Aqua on the bottom side, trying to do as much damage as he can to Stanford, so they can buy some advantage for the Paquito of Nats.
Yeah, and at the same time, advantage for RSG and the Turtle, but right now they're just allowing the two relatively tanky junglers dance around the Turtle, but the dance floor is getting filled up even more.
Somebody light up the disco.
Look
because
at this.
This is one
Look at
objective.
this. It's Nats. He's on the offensive, but there's going to be a Carl TZ heavy spin to protect Sanji. It's going to be a trade. It's going to be RSG taking the Turtle and taking the life of Ya.
Now, I would.
Guys, it's not that hard. We see them holding the phones.
Yeah, well,
Wow.
yeah, that's true.
When we
Moving
can't
the
see
thumbs.
what's behind it. You and your senses, Carl Rockharto. Yeah,
It's
that's
all
it.
fun.
Yeah,
So far,
that's it.
again, Benecutie would match up on the Claude. Normally, before the patch, we wouldn't see the Claude just crumble against Beatrix. This really has a huge difference. But I like the confidence of Benecutie to still pick up this pick. We know that Melissa was banned, but usually they go for Clint, they go for a Brody, you know, Arifel even. But people rarely go for the Beatrix these days. I really have to commend him for that.
Yeah, it seemed to be something that more of like, it felt like a call by Benecutie of just like, all right, now yeah, I'd rather take this. It's a comfort for me, and usually in these kinds of level of game, as much as possible, even though it's not the best possible pick, as long as a comfort for you, that's always still a big plus for whoever picks it up. We've heard that for years. Meta, okay, comfort, oh, I'd rather.
Yeah, it's something that teams and players have the identity. You can nerf the hero for how many times you like, but not the player.
Yeah.
It's something that they're proud for by experience. Look at that, Benecutie, almost half HP for Emin up top here. Slow but steady.
It's a bit of a cliche, but yes, that is true. You know, a lot of heroes have been nerfed consistently, but players have been using them over and over again still, just because they're familiar with it. You know, and that familiarity wins games sometimes.
Yeah, I know. I feel it even into my games. I want to have my own hero, and if this appears, I felt like I'm challenged, and that's what actually did happen to all the players today. So looks like Carl TZ is having a good time.
Watch
but
out.
now RSG is setting up for this second turtle after this fight.
Aqua has great positioning right now, should be good for RSG, but Echo are fighting.
Ooh, interesting target here. Sanji chooses to take out Light instead. Normally you want to avoid the tanks, but that is going to be the focus of Echo. Right now, speaking of tank, here's the tank
Oh, what?
of the Akai.
Wait.
But it will be out retribution here by Demon Kite. There's a pin, and the damage just not present yet for Benny Cutie, but that's going to be on the back foot of Sanji. And look at that combo. The Sand combo is ringing true. That nets him a kill, but still, it will be Turtle going over to RSG.
Quick rotation there by the EXP laners, Sanford and Nafs coming in just in time. But the interesting thing is, Emon is the one who ended up with the Turtle take there for RSGPH. Yaoi, another kick.
Another served up.
Yaoi, look at that. Wild charge to run in for safety. It's very difficult to actually kick back a Grok.
Yeah.
But you know what? Yaoi recognized that, you know what? He's far from a wall. He can't power of nature this.
Yeah.
You need to be near a wall to be immune to crowd control. And he recognized that right there.
Yeah, at the same time, we saw how big the combo of Yaoi and Sanji are. We didn't see Sanji there at that moment, but Hodathon.
Oh, Sanford and Carl Teasy are here into the bot lane.
As usual, Carl TZ just trying to fish for those kills. This guy is usually just bloodthirsty. He wants to take these fights whenever he can.
Oh,
once
again?
more, Yaoi! Bro, I tell you, this guy knows when to use. He knows when to attack, and he knows when the Grok is vulnerable.
Man,
It looks like this is comfort, Renmar.
Yeah.
Yaoi.
Sorry, I was like, man, I just had to wow there. He's getting access to his kick so fast. Super comfortable with the timing. Just being able to stop the rotation there.
Someone's being pinned down.
Oh my god, that was a huge pin up by Carl TZ, but there's just not enough damage yet from Sanford's Esmeralda. They're still gonna try to chase him down though. Look at Nats, he's trying to fight back as well. Champ says activate, he can do a double dash, and he's gonna walk on out there into that turret. And here's Demon Kai, he's also gonna go for the intercept just to make sure he can follow up in case Nats wants to go in for the kill.
Yeah, and right now with the bigger winner here, looks like it's Benny Cutie being able to get a little bit more damage done onto that turret. And Echo would want that to happen to get their Beatrix out of lane quicker.
Good stuff.
Cross-map trades. Trading is still continuing between these two teams.
They know what they're up against. They know the keys to the padlocks onto this game.
Five members of Echo. It's Carl TZ with a retreat. Oh my goodness, and Yaoi's gonna be able to take out Light again. Light is just suffering from this show. Oh my goodness, that was also very, very close for Emon.
Wow. Carl TZ still on the master on that retribution.
And they also get an answer on the bottom, but it's very, very minimal. Answered immediately on top side by Benny as well.
Yeah, it's still a big win there for Echo, but at the end, RSG at least got something out of it. Nafs wasn't in that fight. It was a full 5-man commit there by Echo, so Nafs understood, all right, sorry guys, I'm just gonna have to take this turret down. Instead, it's still a small win, but yeah, you mentioned it, Rock Hard. Yaoi just on point again! Another one!
He is a magnet! There's a magnet in that rock for Way of the Dragon. It's hidden somewhere in Light's Grok. I don't know how to explain it.
That is Yaoi with the boots of steel, kicking a wall, serving up to Echo fresh and hot.
That must hurt.
You've heard of kickboxers kick tree stumps to strengthen their legs. Yaoi's show is kicking rocks.
It's impressive that he can find these moments when Light cannot use the power of nature to resist the crowd control.
Over and over again, Yaoi reminding us why when he entered Echo, at that point, he was a superstar. He made a name for himself as a superstar roamer, and he did that before Season 8, and in Season 8, and up until now, with one of those heroes being Cho. He's doing it again.
Yep, right there.
Look
Beautiful
at
setup
that.
here by Sanji. Feather airstrike going down, getting full vision of the RSG squad.
Whoa.
Once more, Yaoi fishing for the play.
Yeah, another one. Yaoi spots one, and just everybody from Echo just goes in for the reinforcement. It's 3K gold lead for Echo. Looks like this moment, it's the House of Highlights and the Orcas gaining through early game advantage.
Yep, that is why they are called the House of Highlights. Yaoi just able to find these over and over again. I told you before the match started, he is the cornerstone of Echo. If he can control these games, Echo just knows how to take advantage.
Yeah, right now, great zone out there by Sanji. Those hits were crucial because it forced RSG to just heal up a little bit with the regen. Yaoi again!
Oh my goodness, no way! Light must be banging on that table right now. I don't know if it's happening, but I can feel it. He's just not able to play because of the show of Echo.
Look how Grok is laying down on the water, how exhausted he is.
But here comes Emma. There's the storm. Benny Cutie gets the Lord.
Oh, man!
Oh, it's still not done. Nats being under the defense. But no, it was Feather as right of Sanji dropping down to the heavens.
Beniculi, a lord and the kill to boot. Echo just roaring. Orca's on the stage.
You hear it.
Sanford wants more. He'll have to wait until he gets it again. Echo on a roll, and they are doing it the old-fashioned way. We mentioned it earlier. It's gonna boil down to the question of which team can disrupt the opposing roamer and the opposing rotation first. And right now, it's Echo, specifically Yaoi, disrupting Light perfectly, and Sanji just using the feathered airstrike with no hesitation as well.
Oh,
Look at that. Man, RSG got mad though.
Yeah, he did want to
Went
catch.
straight for Yaoi, but the trade is gonna be Demon Kite. And now it's gonna be a difficult defense. There's Lord on top, and they are wailing on that tower in the mid lane.
And this is the push for the Orcas. Echo, Yaoi with the immortality, but the Lord will be melted down by RSG Philippines. They're going in for the defense. Almost 7K gold lead. How is RSG going to have a good setup against this team?
Look at that, Sanji gonna be canceled
Eman,
on Feather Airstrike. Eman gonna have to make it out of the way. Beniculi just threatening that.
Oh my goodness.
Throw that sniper rifle.
Whoa, okay, that's a warning shot by Beniculi. 3-0 and 5. Yeah, he has his items right now.
Yeah, Beniculi's screaming, nerf this!
Yeah.
Wrong game!
Try doing that to me. You can't do it.
Yeah. That's not what you're doing there,
I'm
Lockhart.
pretty sure.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
RSGPAs though, grouping up together, trying to find an opening here. But at this point in the game, if they commit a play like this, they're gonna spend so much just on one. And at this point in the game, Echo has enough tools, has enough hero, distance, poke, speed to respond right away to punish RSG after they get a pick off on one as 5.
Yeah, well, speaking of the punishment that Echo can do right now, RSG Philippines, there's just one person that's light to be the literal wall of defense side of Echo. But the problem is, it forces everything out once Sanji pulls out a burst from the feathered airstrike. This is one problem, just as this.
Flicker. Eman had to flicker on out of there. What was that? Look at Sanji. He's gonna beat.
Go back to the play.
And it goes, and we are back. There's a flicker in for Beniculi, just like I mentioned earlier. Look at that. They're able to take out Nats, and chasing is gonna be Yaoi and Sanford. Carl TC also still has a bit in the barrel, but he does not have the heavy spin. Sanford going in with the falling star moon here just to finish it off. So huge reset here. Nats and Sanji is basically the trade.
Yeah, and exactly as you mentioned, Rockhard, Beniculi was just right at the perfect positioning. Seems like RSG Philippines tried to reach him but could not. Beniculi rocking Nibiru right now, the submachine guns, to be able to deal damage. And as we mentioned earlier, that's the new favorite gun now for a lot of the Matrix players.
Yeah, it's one thing that we need to look after because Beniculi is maximizing damage onto this first Lord of the game.
Yeah, and attack speed. That is one of the fastest hands on a grenade launcher I've seen from a Matrix.
Yeah, this is one instinct that we're trying to look after for side of Echo. But on the other hand, how is RSG Philippines doing? We have an almost 8K gold lead.
That is a lot of, I don't know, because of that lead, what's RSG thinking? They just grouped up on the bush, didn't show up, didn't even try to contest the Lord. What was the mentality? What was the mindset back there?
Well, they just couldn't risk it because at this point in the game, if they tried to contest and then they got wiped out, then it is a high possibility they'd lose 3 and more members. They couldn't risk it, so they just played it safe and they'll just be playing from defending.
Jeez, hits. My goodness.
I am feeling how hurt that players are from RSG Philippines if they get into the crosshair.
Half HP on light from a Bennett Rage.
Wow.
Look at the damage.
Insane. That's just that's a good sign. If you're the members of Echo, that man, we got the damage, and even with Aqua picking up a Divine Glaive now, that's not gonna do much. It's a it's a massive lead for Echo. And look at that! Aqua forcing it out.
Sheeshable.
Okay.
That is very sheeshable right here. Now it's gonna be Echo getting a lot of damage actually from Nats. Alongside Eman and Aqua, good DPS coming from Divine Glaive, actually helping out a lot and trying to bypass of the magic defense of Echo, and now it's Echo on the run.
Yeah, and if this was a much closer game, you'd see the members of RSG just continuing the chase onto Echo and being aggressive, but again, they can't afford to do it. And again, we are at this point because of how well Yaoi and in combination with Sanji was able to shut down the rotations of RSG Philippines roamer Light. We were mentioning earlier, Yaoi, Light play massive roles for these two teams, and if one of them gets canceled out here in this game, whoever did the canceling is going to have a great time here, because that means they'll be able to rotate the map freely. Control will be in their side. You've nursed a big chunk of the rotation possibilities and map control possibilities of your opponents.
Yeah,
That's exactly what we're seeing.
man.
Attack speed is a build for Benecutie. Just picked up a golden staff, and the damage from that Farza will hurt even more. A divine glaive that adds insult to injury.
Well,
Watch
speaking
out,
of injury,
here we
it's
go
Light
again. It's Light going down once more. Yowie, bro. Man, you better get some bouncers
What?
out there. He's gonna punch.
Whoa.
He's gonna punch you.
Everything packs a punch from damage.
Light is gonna be so mad after this
magic.
game.
Really, I can feel Light seething from where we are right now in the stage behind us. Light probably just thinking, guys,
I'm tired.
I'm pretty sure he's saying I'm fine, but he has his fist balled up like right beside his leg where his teammates can't see it.
Yeah, all of those 6 kills have been from Yowie's plays.
Yeah, just kick
Over and over again.
after kick. Yaoi has shut down Light's rotations here. Yeah, they watch RSG Philippines. It's like Yaoi fully understands where Light will rotate.
Well, speaking of rotation, look at the positioning here of Demon Kite. He's
that
waiting. Who's gonna strike the Lord first? But okay, Yaoi!
Oh!
Spot one!
It's a different target, but the effect is going to be the same. That's going to be the juggler of RSG. Take it down. Double kill from Benecutie. And that is a lot of damage. RSG are on full survival mode. Triple kill for the Beatrix.
Looks like the trap has been turned around for this fight. There's no objective here. Just a 3-man down, but a knockup. Benecutie is on a rampage. That's an
Benecutie.
8-0-6.
Unbelievable.
4 kills for that Beatrix. 8-0-6. That's the last man standing for RSG.
Is this the Savage? No, he's too far away. And that will be it. Wasn't the Maniac even. It's a wipeout. And I think that is going to be that's going to have to be game 1.
We have 5-man down from RSG Philippines, and Echo says hi to the first score of the game.
We saw a lot of people